shining bright as the dawn. I saw a man a-walking, he had a long chain on. I heard his chain a-clanking, it made a mournful sound. Welded around his body and dragging along on the ground. He had a long chain on, he had a long chain on, he had a long chain on. He stood beside my window, he looked at me and he said, I am so tired and hungry, give me a bite of your bread. Well, he didn't look like a robber, and he didn't look like a thief. His voice was as soft as the moonlight, his face full of sorrow and grief, and he had a long chain on, he had a long chain on, he had a long chain on. Well, I went into my kitchen, got him a bowl full of meat, a drink and a pan of cold biscuits, and that's what I gave him to eat. And though he was tired and hungry, a bright light came over his face. He bowed his head on his bosom, and he said a beautiful grace. He had a long chain on, he had a long chain on, he had a long chain on. Well, I fetched my chisel and hammer and offered to set him free, but he shook his head and said sadly, I guess we had best let it be. And when he had finished his supper, he thanked me again and again. And though it's been years since I saw him, I still hear him dragging his chain. He had a long chain on, he had